Hey, welcome back to the Flicking Game Guys podcast, video podcast, YouTube channel thing. Yeah.
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
That's our new intro. That's our new intro, guys. Just thought I'd throw it out. Yeah, we're finally back. It's been a while. Holidays, busyness, life. But we are back, and we're going to try to be regular here. So, I'm David. We got Brian up here in the corner. We got Marco in the other corner.
How you doing?
We're slightly changing our format going forward. Nothing drastic, but we're each going to bring. We're going to try to do some segments. So each of us will bring something new to the table every episode. And we'll still talk about games and movies. We're not necessarily going to watch and talk about a movie every episode. We will still, but maybe not every episode. So we're going to just kind of change it up as we see fit and try to talk about things that are interesting to us. But also movies, we'd like to try new movies. We'd like to talk about newer stuff more often. Something a little more relevant more often. But, we'll still probably throw in the eventual classic here and there. So, what's up, guys? Welcome back.
I feel like we should talk about the elephant in the room, not being me. Been a while, huh?
Are we going to start off talking about that thing, Marco?
It's been a while since I was just more talking about it's been a while since we recorded.
Oh,
right?
gotcha.
People have been asking for us to come.
Yeah.
All right. They've been, not asking for us to, not come, but asking for
Thanks
us
for clarifying
to be
that.
here. Mostly Trumos, but other people too.
Mostly Trumos, yeah.
Who else? Name
There's
one
somebody out there that has
There
been
are
waiting.
scores of people who go to the Flicking Game Guys when they are at their lowest. And we deliver. We deliver humor. We deliver sexual tension between the three hosts. And we deliver beards and a mustache on this side of me. But still,
He's got a little beard going.
it's coming. It's
It's
coming
little.
along. Okay, we deliver
like
beard.
a month.
Yeah, but Shred has that Rick from The Walking Dead, grizzled and has been hunting for years kind of beard.
Oh, no. No.
I'm not salt and pepper yet. I'm sorry, I'm not old.
Oh, all right.
Well, first of
Enough
all,
of that.
I would say Shred ages as a vampire does. Okay. It's like if
Yeah,
we
look
see a
for
picture
60
from
or
the
so.
1940s and it's of Shred, I'd be like, okay, that's the same man that I talked to and do the podcast. I wouldn't think that's a relative. I'm like, that's him.
It's a good. I'll give him that.
This is
Yeah.
good genes. Good genes.
I drink a lot of blood and the good things happen. So, here we are.
Is that
So,
what our politicians do, or is that called adrenochrome?
That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, see, I've been getting into we can talk about stuff like that now. Now that it's not we're not only regulated to podcasts or to movies and games.
What do you mean?
we've always talked about random stuff.
Only when I brought
Every
it up.
single tangent you wanted. That's why the podcast would be
It's
3
literally
hours.
me forcing the tangent in though. Now it's sort of a podcast. I wouldn't say based around. It's like the podcast in itself is our tangent, right?
Yeah,
And
sure.
we each have our own little rifts to bring to the table.
Well, I'll tell you what's new with me. I got a PS5 since we recorded last. So I know that's kind of old news at this point. It's been about a month, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Try Returnal yet?
Yeah. I
like
actually reinstalled it today. I do like it a lot. I just, man, it's hard.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's a great atmosphere. It's a great looking game. It's fun. It controls like a fucking dream. I don't know. It's a great game, but man, it's tough. And I don't know. I did a few runs one day, and I was like, I don't think I want to play this anytime soon again. I do want to go back to it. But then,
it's hard.
yeah, I was thinking about it the past couple days, and I'm like, you know what? I got room on the hard drive. Let's reinstall it and give it another go.
How do you like the haptic feedback triggers? Pretty cool, right?
It's cool.
Or no?
Yeah, it's cool. I like sometimes it's one of those things with me, like I kind of forget that it's doing it. You just kind of get used to it, you know, and it loses some of its
Well, in that game, it's like you hold it down all the way to do something different, right? And halfway to do ADS. And when you press it all the way, doesn't it like do something differently?
I think damn it, I don't remember, to be honest. Like I said, I
Oh, well, you
re-downloaded
haven't played it in quite a while.
I re-downloaded it today. It's been a few weeks or a month or so. But I don't know. I'll pay attention next time. I don't know. There's a couple other games that use the haptic things, and Astro's Playroom is cool. I don't know. I could take it or leave it. I don't know. At the end of the day, so it's a cool feature.
Wait till you start hearing sounds from the controller where they don't warn you. It's like, what the fuck is that splat sound? And it's just straight coming from the controller.
Returnal does that. It makes sounds and shit.
It does, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I usually have those play out of the speakers though, because I'm wearing a headset and I don't.
Right. Yeah.
You can't really hear the shit.
Right. No, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. We're gonna have to get another one because Nicole games as much as I do. So we sit down and we have to
why?
We have to fight over who's gonna get the PS5.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. She's very gracious and lets me take the PS5 most of the time, and she gets on the PS4. She plays Genshin a lot. She's been playing that a ton for the past 3 or 4 months. So
really, Genshin. Everybody loves Genshin Impact.
Not everybody. I'm not a fan of it, honestly. I don't like gachas.
I haven't tried to get into. I mean,
you really gotta. If you really want to play him, you gotta spend money, and I don't like that.
I don't know. She hasn't spent a dime on it. She loves it. I don't know.
I'm saying you could play it, but if you want to be on the cutting edge, up to date, current content, I mean, there's a lot of primo gems you got to get. You know what I mean?
Right.
The fastest way is to buy them.
Right. Yeah. I know she does a lot.
And
of
also, you enough of that to know
want to get the new character.
What exactly you spend money on?
New characters. You open loot crates and shit. That's how you get all the equipment. Is from crates, and you got to buy them, and then you got a chance to get the 5-star character, what everyone wants, the newest one, newest husbando or waifu. I just think I'm not really into the gachas.
That's understandable.
Do you think that there are $1,000 accounts out there like there are on GTA?
Bro, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars spent.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, on a single account.
Yeah. Some people spend fucking $100K.
Oh yeah. People go nuts with that shit.
I don't even think cats were spending $100K on GTA accounts.
Bro, a guy on Diablo Immortal, spent $100,000. Okay, so his character was so decked out with everything.
Wasn't that some politician?
He couldn't even find a player versus player match.
Right.
It would not happen for him. So he tried to talk to customer support. These motherfuckers wouldn't even answer him. Imagine a company where someone spends $100,000.
You spend $100K on, and isn't that a mobile phone game?
Yeah, that's what Genshin is.
Yep.
Genshin's on the phone too.
You can play it on the phone or on the console.
Yeah.
Another example,
like
Diablo
Fortnite.
Immortal. Quinn69, the streamer, right? He spent $25,000 in microtransactions to get a 5-star gem. He got one after $25,000 spent. He deleted the gem and deleted the account right after.
Wow.
Fuck these games.
See, yeah, I get that.
Wasted the money though. They still got the 25,000.
It's all given to him anyway. He doesn't give a fuck. He's a millionaire.
Right. Yeah.
Shit.
I guess if
he
can
made more streaming the game anyway. He streamed it.
If you can spend it, why not? I guess I don't know. I feel like I'd put my money towards better things, but then again, I've never been rich.
You have
so
that kind of money. It's like,
yeah.
If you are you do not care about 25 G's. People spend that in a night at the club. Think about it. $1,000 bottles, VIP tables.
Fair enough. I mean, it's still like, I don't know, 25K just to prove a point. It's like, oof.
Bro, people spend 25K on nothing. It's the same deal. Yeah. And I'm sure he made the money back. instantaneously. So it doesn't even matter.
It's probably good content for his channel or something. Who knows?
It was big content for his channel. He
Yeah.
went viral with it, deleting it. It was. I'm
Right.
sure he made money off of it.
Yeah. He probably got back way more than he actually spent on that whole transaction, just from.
People are getting,
God.
these streamers are making 100, 200K a month. Who gives a fuck about 25K when you make 200K a month?
Ooh, that's like a house. It's like a house. I mean, not in my area, but that's like a house.
It's a house in
Not
my
saying
area.
him necessarily,
Yeah,
but some
it's
people
like
do
I was
make
gonna
that
say.
kind of
I
money.
wanted to say that was a house in Shreds area. I didn't want to.
Well, like, defend me? Come on. Housing's cheap out of here.
Saying. Oh, dude.
But, yeah.
Speaking, like,
Like
speaking
what?
of what's been are you in the area of that like train crash?
Oh, no. That's like on the east border of Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Within range.
East border of Ohio, like where it butts up with Pennsylvania. So it's like 4 hours away or so. I didn't even know about.
Was like, can you throw water and stay and like watch all the colors come up?
I didn't even know about it until like a week after the fact. That's when people started tweeting about it and talking about it and like reporting it. It's insane. The whole thing is insane.
I think that's pretty fucked what they did.
Yeah.
I guess they had no choice but to explode it. The problem is that the Gulf Stream. So all those vapors, apparently went into the Gulf Stream today in New York. Here, people were finding like toxic residue, not necessarily toxic, but they were finding it rained here. So like people were finding like debris on their cars from the rain. It was like brown crap. So, like,
well, it's I was watching some dude that makes TikTok videos. I think he's a chemist or something, but he was explaining that the results of burning this off, with the fumes going into the air, will create acid rain, like literally hydrochloric acid falling from the sky. So I don't know. Is that what they're seeing over there? Maybe is it just eating?
It was like just a brown residue all over everything.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not really too qualified on it. I'm not a chemist, but
yeah,
it was some kind of super fucking deadly chemicals. It was like really bad. I've seen a lot of videos, and you know what? I've seen a lot of videos of the lakes and just mad dead fish and all the wildlife dying, pets and chickens and everything, in like a 10-mile radius. So it's really bad, and I feel bad for the people that live there because like they asked for FEMA assistance and Joey B like.
Wait. So, you kind of cut off there. I heard that
Biden would not send FEMA over there. So
really, I thought he offered, but DeWine turned him down or something.
No, I saw a whole thing on it on Twitter yesterday about how they don't qualify for it or something like that.
Dude, I swear Twitter news is like just been knocked out of the worst news category. Now it's fucking TikTok. Like just like Twitter, there might be one informed person in the masses that'll tweet something, but then it's just a multitude of like dudes being like, you know what's really happening with the derailments? We're being attacked. And then it plays the same like music, and then it's like the same people that did the train derailment here, and then it's like the background like will change to the derailment, did the same, and I'm like, bro, listen to me.
I think Twitter's the only place to get accurate news. I'm not watching channel fucking 10.
Please don't tell me this.
Where else?
Twitter?
Marco?
You can just say whatever the fuck you want on Twitter.
Okay, but where else are you supposed to get accurate news from?
Anywhere you go, you're gonna have to sift through
CNN?
bullshit.
Fox News?
I'm not saying CNN or Fox News. You're going to like the most extreme on each side.
That's
like,
the most basic news channels.
Journal? I don't know. Like,
what am I supposed to watch? Channel fucking 12 Daily News? Tell me a cat's birthday?
I don't know. I think it depends. If you look at your local news stations, those are probably good. I mean, in general, I think if you read the whole article and whatever news source you're getting at, right? What most people do is they'll read the article or they'll read whatever is being said, not in its entirety, right? Just the headline, right? And they won't even read the whole article. And Twitter is literally just headlines.
Okay.
Nope, it's
I'm
not
not.
enough characters to
I'm not
explain
getting my.
anything. It's
I'm not
just
getting my
something real
news.
quick to say and fucking shoot
I'm
out.
not getting my news from just a headline. I actually read the articles, and I also don't just look at one person who has a
But
likes
I
on
didn't
it.
say I
Okay.
did not say you in particular. I said most people. When most people do they not? When you hear most of the
What do you mean
assholes
by
on Twitter
most
or something
people?
and they're fucking posting ridiculous shit, they're mostly saying, like, you know, it's not because they've read the whole article and understand the issue. It's because they fucking read the
All
first
right.
headline that
Like
they
I
read on
said,
whatever
I'm
news
not.
source.
I'm not. Well, most people don't just look at the comment that has 20 likes on it. I'm looking at the tweet that has 100,000 likes on it. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm reading
So
the
if
top of it,
100,000 people believe in it, so okay, let me ask you this: how many people need to
and then
have
I
like
read the
a fucking
article.
tweet about the Earth being flat for you to believe it?
No, not even 100,000 people believe the Earth is flat. Who gives a shit
I'm
what
just
they say?
asking you,
That's
how
a
many
conspiracy
likes
theory.
does a
I'm
tweet
talking
say the
about
Earth is
real
flat
life,
need to
Marco.
have for it to go under Crumb's like nugget of truth?
God help me, please give me the strength to survive this.
Come on, man.
Please,
You can't use
just tell me
the
where to get
evidence.
news
Oh,
from.
I
Then.
go to the
Marco,
tweets with the
Marco,
most likes, and that's
send him
real
links
news.
to valid news sources, okay?
Tell me where to get news from. Then
Look, I'm
You don't
saying get it
fucking
from
know.
everywhere and discern what you believe is true. And that's what
I
you're
didn't
doing.
s-
I'm not
I'll
saying you're
decide for
doing it wrong.
myself.
I'm just saying you can't say Twitter is the most reliable news source.
I think it is. It has unbiased sides from everyone, and biased and unbiased. It has facts. I just don't understand what your point is. And where
I
should
see
really
where you're
be getting
coming
my news
from though, Brian, because you have both sides. If there's an issue, there's somebody talking both sides of it, you know, and it's not too hard usually to weed out the bullshit. But you go to
I'd rather
like
get my news from the people
you go to
who are there.
Fox News or wherever, like they all are trying to spin it the way they want to, and that's the only side you're gonna get. So I get what you're saying.
I
Yeah,
can
that's
see,
all.
I can understand not getting news from like a biased source, but like look, the thing about news is, right, it's fact checked at least a little bit, right? The people that are just outright lying, and sure, it might have a skew, either left or right, political or whatever they want to have. There's gonna be a skew to it, but they're not outright telling lies, because the news articles that are outright telling lies, people like Alex Jones, they get sued. They get taken down. Like news media
Lie all the time. What are you talking about?
they're not outright lying. They're only telling part of the truth, right?
That's a lie.
only telling.
So they're telling half
it's-
truths, huh?
That's what I'm saying though. You can still get that part from somewhere else. I'm not saying get news from
I'll
one
just
place.
watch Fox
What
News
I'm
now, I
saying
guess.
is
You've convinced me.
you can just outright lie on Twitter, right? And if you have enough people that fucking follow you or believe what you say,
Good Lord, please. I'm about to pray to Jesus for you, man. Every night.
because I'm saying you can lie on Twitter. Are you trying to argue with me and say that you can't?
No, you're not understanding my
Marco,
point.
he's not saying that every piece of news and opinion on Twitter is valid. He's just saying that I think this is the way I'm seeing it. It's real people saying what they believe, and he's sifting out the bullshit and finding what he like.
I discern from myself based on the facts of what's really happening,
Right.
via what
And you
people
get
say.
the facts from the people that you discern from on Twitter.
Yes.
So you're okay. So you fact check what you read on Twitter with other shit on Twitter.
I fucking
like, oh.
read the fucking articles, my man. I use my eyeballs and I look at the words, right? And then the words enter my brain and then I process them.
Okay, so
From
no,
my
but you
frontal
go. So what
lobe.
articles are you reading? So you're reading articles from news sources that have been tweeted about instead of just going directly to the news sources.
No,
Or
not
are you reading
necessarily.
Twitter?
It's from
Twitter
a
articles?
multitude of sources. Regardless, this
See, and
Because from what I'm hearing from you is like, no, I don't believe the news. I go
I'm
to
just saying, I
Twitter,
don't
they
believe
tweet some shit, then
CNN, and I
they
don't
link the
believe
article,
Fox News.
then I read the article from there to make sure that they're tweeting the right shit. But I won't directly go to the article.
That's
like,
not
you see
what I'm saying.
It's like you end up going back to an article, like, right?
You're not understanding, and I'm done trying to explain.
I can't do this. Not anymore.
right, I don't think we're getting anything here anywhere. All right, well, let's talk about
Go
Marco.
ahead,
Do you want to
Marco.
talk?
Let's talk about Hogwarts now.
Do you want to talk about Hogwarts? Or do you want to save that for your
Let's talk
segment?
about it.
Hogwarts Legacy?
Let's talk about Hogwarts. Let's do it.
Oh my God!
Give us
you
your
guys.
review. Give us your review of the game.
Well, first of all, let's let's start this off properly. You're a wizard, Shred and Crumb. Haha. We've been playing Hogwarts, or at least I have been.
You have, yes.
I don't know why. Look, I have been a fan of Harry Potter for the longest. Okay, since the first movies have come out, and I was a little tyke. I think I'm around the age of Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I'm around his age, I believe, right? Anyway, and actually, my fiance ran into Hermione when she was shopping at the Gap one time.
Oh, cool.
She didn't know her name. She was just like, oh, that famous chick from Harry Potter.
She talked to her.
She bought some underwear. So I have a long, deep connection with Harry Potter, as you can obviously see. But so a game recently came out, as you guys all know, and it happens to be the most controversial game ever to touch the apparently the world, right? Because people are mad about this. Have you guys heard about this?
Every fucking day, yes. I don't know how much you want to talk about the controversy or anything. We don't need to talk about that. I'm not concerned about it. We all know what the thing is. But I wouldn't mind hearing your thoughts about the game. I don't know. My opinions on the whole thing, just to get out of the way, like, play what you want. I don't fucking care. You don't have to agree with certain people. Do what you fucking want. So that's my stance on the whole thing. That's all I'm going to say about it. So,
Ooh.
Go ahead, Marco. Go ahead.
Do you have any words of wisdom?
I think this is the end of cancel culture. This game, believe it or not, because
God, I hope you're right.
they were trying to cancel everybody.
Oh yeah.
Certain people, and no one cared.
It's selling like hotcakes. There was even that site created to find out who was streaming the game, so that you could, I don't know, harass them, unfollow them, whatever. That's awful in itself. You're part of the problem at that point. So,
Yeah.
Let's just get it out of the way now. Trans lives are valid.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
But the way they went about protesting the game was completely wrong because they went with absolutes right away. If you play the game, you are transphobic. No. And everyone was just like, what? And normal people have no idea about any of this controversy at all.
Yeah.
Masses don't know. Only terminally online sickos like ourselves have any idea. So they're just screaming into a small majority of people. The game was going to sell anyway. You think Bobby's 60-year-old mother's going to know? What?
Right.
No one's going to know. The trans community should have came together and made it in a more respectful, professional way, asking, okay? Not demanding. Because the second they demanded, people were just like, fuck it, I'm buying the deluxe version, 20 copies.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not
they
even
just
because
came
they're
at it-
transphobic, because you tell anybody, don't jump into that lake. Fuck you, I'm going swimming. And
If they just came at it with a little more grace,
Human
I think
nature.
that they would have gotten more positive results and feedback. But instead, they just got a lot of people riled up in the other direction, and that's why every grifter under the sun made a fucking Hogwarts Legacy bug out video, and like talking about it. It just seems like, I don't know. And then they're trying to say it's anti-Semitic, and it's like the only people I see who are comparing Jewish people to goblins are like the people on the left spectrum. I've never ever thought that goblins looked like Jewish people, and as a Jewish man myself, okay, I find it highly fucking annoying for them to say that it's anti-Semitic because there's goblins in the fucking game. Shut the fuck up. Number one, I don't know any Jewish people that look like goblins. I understand there's the fucking meme that like Nazis use with the grubby hand fucking Jewish guy. Whatever.
Right.
Jewish people don't look like goblins. The only people I hear saying that are people who are fucking trying to protest the game. it's just really irritating to me.
I've never
Constantly
heard
to
that from
see it.
anybody on the left side in general. I mean, not before this game has come out, right?
Yeah, well,
I've
they
heard
are
that
saying it all the
Tolkien herself, or not Tolkien. I did the
Number
same thing
one,
again.
the design for the goblins in the game came from the movie, which J.K. Rowling did not
Yeah.
design the goblins. Okay,
It's
and it's just like,
that's where I've heard of it mostly is from
even John
like I've
Stewart
heard
said
of Roland's anti-Semitism and like, but in general, I don't think you can. If you exist in today's culture right now, right, with a cell phone, if you have a cell phone, you're contributing directly to child labor. How do you think they got the cobalt for that? Like,
Yeah.
everything we do is making some anti-Semite, racist, sexist. Somebody is getting rich off of all of our money. Everybody that exists in America, you drink Starbucks, you do anything, we are all contributing pennies to these guys' millions. So singling out one particular thing only really makes you available to attack the people who use that thing instead of actually, the person that's making the money.
here's the real kicker for me is that Saudi Arabia 10% of Nintendo. Okay, they like throw gay people off roofs there and like stone them
Right.
to death. I don't, there's no ethical buying in this world.
No, there's not. That's the harsh
Oh.
reality. Like your money
That's why I
is.
said if they came and asked in a more respectful fucking way without the accusations, the shaming, and the finger pointing, I think they would have gotten better results and more sympathy than instantaneously labeling anyone who plays the game fucking transphobe. I understand that being an ally, sometimes you have to be inconvenienced and you don't have to, you want to do things you don't want to do, right? And like sacrifice. But it just seems like the attacking is now even getting more extreme. I mean, it's just, where does it end? And now they made themselves look like assholes. I think. I mean,
The funniest thing is if you actually play the game, it is the most like
it's a woke game.
it's the wokest game I've ever
Yeah.
played. It has they talk about this Hogwart school in Uganda. They talk about like all you see, they call your character they them. Like the entire game in case you're a male or a female. Like they don't specifically have it in there if you choose male or female. They call you they them the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even when they're referencing you and they don't even know they're referencing you. I remember there was a character talking about they saw somebody sneaking around at night, but they couldn't tell who they were or something, or they saw somebody walking with somebody else, and they were like, I couldn't tell, I couldn't see who they were or something like that. And I was like, wow, they well, in that case, I think that they refer to your character as they them over like it's
The whole time.
It's the wokest game. They have Serona, who's a trans character, who I don't know if it was. I think she was in from the beginning because she has some pretty intricate quests. Although they could have maybe just added her in at the end. They say that she was added in as like a fuck you to JK. But
Yeah, who knows?
who knows? In terms of the game itself, I played it on hard, which I do rarely play games on, which will tell you that it's probably an easier game since I can get through the thing on hard. You can get really good at the combat. They have sort of a parry in there. I wouldn't say it's like Dark Souls. People have been comparing it to Dark Souls. I'm not really seeing.
Is there like a dodge roll or something?
There's a dodge roll, sure, but it's not like maybe it has a
played
dodge
Arkham
and a
Knight?
parry, but does that make it a Souls-like game?
No,
You
it's
don't
not like
lose
Souls-like.
anything when you die.
It has the same exact combat as Batman. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you get a little symbol over your head, you press Y,
Yeah.
and you
I think
counter the
parry.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's an enemy that will have a red shield, just like you used to have to do with Batman, and you'd cape the guys. So you press circle
well,
instead.
The thing with the
It's the
shields
same.
are the shields can go different colors, red, purple, or yellow, and that's in correspondence to like a type of spell. Red is like an attack, yellow is like a conjuration, I think.
Yeah, red-
and then
red will
purple is
be-
more like an alteration.
Red you have to roll, and then some of them you have to cast the lift up spell. Same as when, let's say, you remember the guy in Batman's who would have like the fucking zap sticks and you couldn't punch him from the front.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
have to cape him. And then there's the guys that you'd have to jump over the back. Same thing, just they mix the mechanics around. So instead,
Yeah, I mean,
you
it's
know,
more intricate. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of like later stages in the game, it can get a little. And then they have like the death spells, which can go through any. Like death spells just make the game easier, but you're not supposed to use them, or they're called unforgivable curses.
Yeah,
That's what they're
yeah,
called.
yeah.
So it's the one that sounds like the guy's coughing up every time. Abracadabra. It sounds like you're about to say abracadabra, but you started coughing real bad right before it. You could do that one, instantly kill anybody, and then you can you level up your spells. You go through a whole story. The character development is lacking. At least for your character, because your character is supposed to sort of symbolize you.
Is it? Are you a silent protagonist? Like, do you talk?
No,
or...
you talk. And I
Okay.
accidentally, apparently you can make your character. I was trying to not give him an English accent, but he has a very hard English accent. You can like take down his pitch and like raise up his pitch. But if you mess with the pitch and tone a little bit, it can make the character sound a little weird. But it has mounts. It has a good mountain system. It has a really fun like catching animals system. It's not too in depth with the hunting, but you can hunt animals and then you keep them in like a little area, and then you sort of take care of the animals, and they give you like items like feathers or horns or whatever, and then you use those to upgrade your items. You sort of want to have one of each, or you actually want to have two of each animal so you can like breed them and stuff. And
So you're digging it, huh?
Really intricate. I'm enjoying it. I'm playing a lot of it. It's I don't know, and it's funny because I haven't really had too many people or too many negative. I got rated by this like 40, 50 people on from this left leaning political stream, and yeah, I didn't really get any negative pushback from them.
So it was a friendly raid.
Yeah, it was a friendly raid. Yeah,
Okay, that's good.
I'm in their community, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like, you know.
Anybody harasses you, let me know.
Trust me, I love it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, but
coming to my stream. Trolls end up coming into my stream and staying. They're like, usually I get banned by now. I'm like, as long as your jokes are about me, like I don't really care. What are you gonna say to me to hurt my feelings? Like, oh my god,
I watched
fat.
about the first 10 hours of the game.
You have how many?
I have to say it looks pretty mid. This takes too long to start up. It's like 6 hours before the open world happens.
See,
the story doesn't seem that
where it's
really
like it's a little. I have to have a bias when I look through it because it's like, yeah, but those opening parts, you're like fucking going through Hogwarts, bro. Like you get sorted, you go through the whole thing. Like, come on, dude. Like, and that's where I'm like fan, like, you know, you go through the whole thing. You come in as a 5th year student, so you're not like a little child, and you sort of like you learn all your cast, and that's sort of like the structure of the game is you're behind because you're coming in from your 5th year. So you have to learn all your spells to catch up to the other students. So you have all these extra assignments with your side quests. It's a really full world. You buy and you get a ton of equipment, and then you sell that. You eventually get your own shop. It's a really good game. There have been others that have done it better, but I've spent 40 hours in it. And I've even played it a little bit off of stream, which I never play games off stream.
Wow.
You guys, yeah, that's saying something. I was like hunting down those Merlin trials off stream, and because it's something that was fun to do when you would just like put on a podcast or something I wanted to listen to, like that I was maybe streaming later, and it's just something you can put on and like you can just do like side stuff where you don't even think. So like I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
Enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, it seems that it's not doing anything remarkable as far as new things in the gaming world. But if you're a Potter fan and it was a big part of your childhood or whenever you read the books, like it didn't come out when I was a child, for instance. But I think if you're invested in that world, then yeah, it's probably a pretty special experience. I may check it out. I know. I don't know. Maybe like wait for a sale. We'll see. I'm not.
I will see.
I'm not like dying to play it, but I'll probably check it out because I like to play everything I can. That's just kind
Now
of
here's
gamer
another
I
question
am.
that I
But
kind of had for myself that maybe you guys can help me with.
yeah,
It's like, is part of the reason why I like it so much because other open world games have been a little lazy in terms of what they've been doing? Because there's just so much to do in this game that's what's appealing to me, right?
well, okay. So, are you doing? How much of what you're doing is different? Like, are there like 5 or 10 things that you're doing throughout the entire game, but you're doing all those 10 things in 100,000 spots on the map? You know, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like similar
Yeah, no,
activities
I hear what you're
spread out.
saying. Like, are they really different, or is it? So they have like the Merlin trials, which are all over the map, which are maybe like 7 to 8 different kinds of trials, just like all over the map. But that's just one trial. Then they have different side quests. They have what are those little things called? They have like these little paintings that you gotta find. Like what are the butterflies that go with the painting? It's like, it sounds weird, a butterfly that goes with the painting, but like around
Yeah.
the frames of the painting are butterflies, and one of them's missing.
Hmm.
They have these different things, so they have different like statues and stuff that you cast spells on. It's like a specific spells per statue. So it's like, so you run into a different one and you're like, what the fuck spell am I supposed to cast on this? Um, they have different dungeons that have sometimes they have puzzles, sometimes they don't. It's just run in there, get the item, and leave. Those are all spread over across the map. They have different like magical animal sites where you can get one specific animal, like if you want a unicorn or if you want a weird fucking bird called a floppa or whatever they're called. But I'm not too good at the actual Harry Potter lore. I got like 3 questions out of 400 correct on like a test that they give you in the game. There's a lot of talking in this game too. Dude, it was real bad. I was, because at first Trumos and Lee were giving me the right answers, but the delay in chat was I would get frustrated, answer it, and then they would tell me the correct answer like a second after I'd press the button, and then they were like, you know what, you're not listening to us anymore, so we're not gonna help you. And so then they started giving me wrong answers. At least Lee did, and anyway, I got like 4 out of like probably like 70 right, and like, yeah, no, they have different stuff, and it's fun. They have little Easter eggs, like you can see a basilisk running through the halls, which really, like, I was like, oh wow, it really made me fangirl a little bit, because I was like, oh man, the basilisk. I shrieked, bro. It was straight fangirl. It wasn't fanboy. This was a fangirl. Like, I was like, oh my god, ah! It was like a basilisk. It was like, oh, which was awesome because it was it's like in the bathroom of Slytherin. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm enjoying it.
You know, sometimes a game just clicks with you, and it's maybe not be the best game, and you know, it doesn't do the same thing for other people, maybe, but it clicks with you. Like, there's games like that for me too. So I get it.
I think the next one that's probably gonna come out that I'm really gonna enjoy is, or next to Jedi Survivor and Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yes, yeah, Resident Evil 4. I'm really looking forward to.
Everybody's nodding on that Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Grub was just so sick of hearing about fucking spells. He's like, oh, Resident Evil 4.
I'm not sick of it. I like to hear what you're passionate about.
Do you?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, we gotta make some 3-day long ribs and then just enjoy.
Uh,
Not kidding.
all right, so yeah, Resident Evil 4. When is that coming out? March?
Yes, Q1. So
Okay.
soon, next month.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting that day one for sure. So I'm excited.
Already
Yeah, it's gonna be
pre-ordered.
pretty sick. They can't fuck it up. It's
They
impossible.
can't fuck it up. They're
looks
using
great.
they're using the Leon from the Resident Evil 3. So I mean, that's already kind of
Resident Evil 2.
What are you talking about?
Resident Evil
Or-
2.
yeah, too.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen and heard, it's the same game pretty much. It's just going to look better and control better, and I'm sure they're changing some little things. You know, cutscenes.
I hope it's as campy. As it
For
was
Luis,
originally.
what Luis?
It's
in the
pretty campy. Yeah, Luis is
The
in there.
president armed his daughter with ballistics.
I don't know if he's gonna say that line, but yeah, you know, I hope you still have the knife battle with Krauser. I hope all that
Yeah.
shit's in there. There's gonna be no QTs though,
Yeah, I heard that. That's
which is
good.
unfortunate. So, but
Oh.
that's fine. I mean, I like the
You
knife
like 'em?
battle between Leon and
I
Krauser.
like
That
the
was a fun
QTs
part.
too.
That was
Remember
sick.
when it was the AB and it was
Yeah.
a little tiny B on the
Yep.
on the GameCube, dude?
Mhm.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, so they can take that out. That'd be fine.
Yeah, that's fine though. But it was a more cinematic battle.
It was,
you know,
yeah.
maybe
But when you
they'll do it a different
fail,
way.
when you're not that good like me and you fail like 5 or 6 times, you're like, the whole weight of the scene, the whole fun of it just goes away, and you're like, God damn it, just fucking let me
But
get past it now.
At least you get a unique death for each failure.
Bruh, the funniest
True.
death scenes were just like
Yeah.
But
he
yeah,
would fucking
I'm
he would
excited.
like gurgle and shit when you would get stabbed. It was rough. You knew
excited
you
for that.
failed. It hurt. It looked like it hurt Leon. It was like, ooh, I'm sorry.
Brian, you been playing anything lately that you're
Nah, there ain't shit.
not shit?
I'm playing
We're all
Monster Hunter
supposed
Rise
to play
still.
a controversial game that got a member of the underprivileged community very angry. Okay, am I the only one that did that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a real ally.
I'm the only one that did homework. Jesus.
JK, you're not transphobic. I'm just playing Rise. The new Monster Hunter Rise update came out. I completed that. I'm trying
Nice.
to 100% the game, but there's no fucking point. I'm just endlessly grinding monsters. I don't know. I'm kind of at a standstill. I don't know what the fuck I want to play. I'm playing cities, which is fun. Just like
Yeah.
naming the road. Fucking chat's like this one guy's like, what, no booba? So I had to make like a road that was shaped like a titty, and then we named all the boobs inside, like all the streets inside after like different booby names. It was fun, but I'm just waiting for Street Fighter, man. That's all I give a fuck about.
Right.
That's
When's
it.
that due
Nothing
out?
else matters.
Is there a due?
June.
June, okay.
Yeah.
I hope that's
Same
good.
same week as Diablo 4. It's gonna be a
Oh.
real fucking hectic week for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I want to play
So,
both
I'm
of
gonna
those.
be-
That top-down game, right?
Yes, it's top down action RPG, basically what it's called.
Is it turn-based or is it
No.
like you press the button and then they just attack?
Yeah, it's action.
You have a multitude of different attacks. You can play with controller. It's gonna be cross-platform. You know, if you guys want to play that, you let me know. I'm down to play that. I'm definitely getting it 100%.
Yeah, same. And Nicole and I
I
actually
don't
played
think those
Diablo
are my
3
kinda games, man.
on the Switch, and it controls really well on the controller. I was surprised.
Diablo 3 is a lot of fun.
Marco, if you tried it out like with people, I think you might dig it. I mean,
kinda
Does it do like the Space Marine, the Warhammer game that I played with Trumos?
No.
no, it's an action game. Like you run around and you kill shit. You don't like move a troop over here and then hit a button that says attack and wait for your turn. Like you run up and do some damage. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I am saying?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
So it's
played
like,
Border-
all
you
right, so
played
it's
Borderlands,
not the
right?
point and click.
Yeah, it's like
movement.
Borderlands, exactly.
You played Borderlands, right? Borderlands from top down.
It's
Are we talking-
honestly, yeah, it's like it's a looter.
You kill guys, money and fucking armors and weapons spew out all over the fucking place. You pick them up,
Yeah.
you give your guy the best shit you can, and you go on your way. And that's the game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, we're all gonna get Diablo 4 and play it.
All right.
So
I'll try. I've bought many a game that I have not played before. Sure, why not?
Okay.
I'm
Good.
down to try Diablo 4.
All right. You guys ready for my comic/manga recommendations?
let's do
Yes.
it. What are we gonna call this?
What do you want first? You want the Western or you want the Eastern?
Western.
Okay.
Do we
Okay.
call
I
this
read-
Crumb's Hentai Hotline?
Yeah,
no,
I
we're
feel
gonna
like
call
we
it-
need to name the segment and like
All right.
put the
We're
thing
gonna
on.
call
this-
it Crumb's Corner. Crumb on in.
Come on.
And get
Grub
crumpy.
on it? Okay, all right.
All right.
All right.
So I read Marvel Dark Ages. So in this comic, it turns out in the center of Earth, you ever see Eternal?
sorry, one more
Whatever.
time.
Basically, there's an ancient god living inside of planet Earth. Okay, and so planet Earth is basically an egg. Okay, And this god inside grows by having intelligent life on the surface. It like feeds off intelligent life. Okay, like the energy.
Okay.
So, basic thing's about to wake up, and like the Avengers and the X-Men and everybody fucking find out. And this thing, obviously, when it wakes up, it's gonna destroy the planet. So it's like a machine. It's a planet-killing machine that's shaped like a giant fucking crazy mech. So Doctor
I thought you were gonna go
Strange.
somewhere different with that.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Get your mind out of the gutter. Doctor Strange, the Thing, Sue Storm, and like the Fantastic Four go down there. They try to fucking kill. They try to kill this thing, right? It's like slumbering and it's about to fucking wake up. Like the Thing jumps at it. He gets fucking annihilated. He turns into a fucking pile of rubble. He's dead right away. This is like a spin-off story. It's not
Okay.
like necessarily canon. It's
Like a
like
what
a
if.
multiverse story.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a what if. So Doctor Strange opens a portal that's gonna stay open before he dies. So like they're under Sue Storm's shield. You know how she can make shields and turn invisible, all that kind of bullshit from Fantastic Four. So he creates like a bubble that's super strong. It's like protecting Doctor Strange as he opens this portal. So he does this fucking hand movement bullshit. He opens this portal to a world that constantly has an EMP coming out of it. So all technology on planet Earth stops working and this thing kind of like turns off. So 20 years later, the story picks back up. And heroes are kind of like mad people on planet Earth are dead. At night, like night creatures rule the Earth, like vampires and werewolves and shit like that, because, you know, all electronics stop working. Everything electrical nothing on planet Earth that has electricity will work anymore at all. So like Spider-Man's using like a hand crank web shooter and Iron Man steampunk fucking suit. And basically the story is just about how they are surviving and how they're trying to turn the electricity on. Basically, it's a pretty good comic. I liked it a lot. It was really cool.
What is it called again?
It's called Marvel Dark Ages.
Ages.
It's
Okay.
new. I just read the trade paperback, so I won't spoil it for you. I'll just give you a general overview.
And this
it.
is an
But
ongoing.
basically- No, it's
thing?
over.
Okay, it's over. It's done.
It's
Okay.
short. It's only 6 issues.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a really cool story, and like it was fun to see like you know, an older Peter Parker and older Tony, and like they're just living like this fucking rustic like village basically with like a fence around it, and like at night like Blade is like slaying vampires that like enter their territory and shit. It's a little crazier because you know, obviously there's a overarching like enemy over time, so like, you know, Doom's a good guy now, and like they've all come together kind of like this. Heroes and villains are like working together to survive in this new world, and it's pretty interesting. And but there is like an overarching story, and it gets pretty cool, and there's some cool battles in it too. So I really
Couple
like it.
questions.
Yeah.
All right. Is that how EMPs work? Like after you use them, just the electronic doesn't work anymore, even if you make a new whatever?
No, you can't, because it constantly EMPs the Earth. Like every second, it's EMPing over and over and over.
Well,
and
you
over
can just
and over.
close the fucking portal, right?
It is permanently stuck open. Doctor Strange did his magic bullshit. You cannot close it. He's dead. He's dead now. You can't even touch his body because he has like all these seals and spells on him. So like later they go down there, you know, and they try to they're like, don't touch Strange because he has all this fucking crazy shit on him. You know, you can't touch his corpse because he has all these spells like still protecting him. He casts protect permanently. Let's put it that way.
Protego. Bruh. So my
Protecto.
question, so you
Fucking
can't even
dumb.
touch Doc. That's kind of a dick move. That it's like, well, if I
Retardo.
die, they can't mess with me. So you just die flipping them off. Like, yeah. Touch me.
So it's
Move
pretty
me.
good. I recommend it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's short. It's
I
enjoyable.
kind of want to read it just to know how it.
Yeah, there's certain people. You know, some heroes are villains now. I mean, it's been a long time, so it's like
sounds
things
cool.
have changed quite a bit.
Yeah,
It's really
it does sound pretty badass. Like,
Okay. And the manga that I'm gonna recommend, this one's a lot longer and a lot more complex, is Gantz. Now, Gantz
How do you spell
takes
that?
place in the Gantz.
TZ. Okay.
Now, in Gantz, the story starts out with the main character Kirino, and this guy is such a piece of shit. He's a high school student. He's obsessed.
is this like a normal like hentai instead of like a Marvel?
It isn't a hentai, but there is sex in it and rape.
Wait. Oh, so it's not cartoon?
It's not
It's a
live
manga.
action. It's a manga.
It's illustrated.
It's drawn.
Wait, I thought hentai was manga.
Oh, no.
Hentai is porno. You know that. That's why you look like you're lying right now.
Hentai
You're
is
biting your lip.
drawn porno.
Hentai just means porno. All right.
Look,
Anyway,
I've been asking about hentai for years now. Okay, at the Barnes and Noble,
Shut
and
the
they
fuck
just
up.
all they do is ask me to leave. Okay. All they
anyway,
do is
let me continue. Okay. So the main character is like a self-centered, like high school student. He's arrogant. He's rude. So he goes to this train station. For example, this old lady's like, "Can you tell me how to get to Kawawaka Station?" And he's like, "I'm busy." He's just standing there reading a porno. He's like, "Ask someone who gives a shit." So he sees someone from his childhood, like his childhood best friend. They haven't seen each other in a long time, and they kind of don't talk. They kind of like make eyes, and so basically, this drunk fucking guy falls on the tracks. Okay, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" No one gives a fuck. No one's gonna help this guy. So the childhood friend jumps down there. They sit, and he's like, he's too heavy. So they both go down on the tracks, and the train comes. So they push the homeless guy onto the tracks. They save him, and they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do? The train's coming." So they're like, "All right, let's outrun it." So they try to outrun the train, and they don't make it. So they
That's
they
dumb.
die on the spot. They get fucking splattered. But how it works in this world is you can be selected to be like if you die within a certain time period, you get taken by Gantz. So he reawakens in an empty apartment room with this black orb inside of it. And it's a room full of strangers, okay? There's like 20 people in there. And what Gantz is basically, it's people who are about to die get copied and like come out like they like appear like they're being printed out of nothing. Right? Like they come in. So how Gantz works is if you're selected by Gantz, you live. You're alive, right? But you can't leave until you complete like a mission. So on the orb, it gives you like a general description of what it wants you to do. So like for the first like issue, they have to kill this it's like they have to fucking alien. It's like this weird onion alien. It's like really fucking weird looking and everyone's like, "What the hell did they leave it?" But there was one guy there who survived the last time. So this Gantz like you get taken and you have to do what it says basically. So they get teleported with like weapons and these suits that nobody put on because they didn't know what the fuck was going on. So like you dematerialize and reappear in this area. So Gantz like since nobody believes it, this alien just starts killing everybody. I'm maybe not describing this first issue too well. I read the whole fucking thing. But basically what Gantz is, it's like a game where you have to kill these fucking aliens.
Okay.
But it's more complex than that. There's like an overarching story and arc and everything like that. And even in the end, Kirino becomes a good person over like the whole thing. But I
Are the
highly
aliens that he's
recommend. I don't
killing
want to.
evil?
Huh?
Are the aliens that you have to kill like evil?
Not necessarily, but um,
Are they
I'm
on
not sure
Earth?
I'm not sure how to describe it without spoiling the entire thing.
Right.
But basically, there's more to it. But yeah. So like you get set up with like a set of future armor. It's like a skin tight like suit, and you get like a futuristic weapon. And basically, like if you shoot this weapon, like nothing happens for like 1.5 seconds, and then it's like a massive fucking explosion. So like, if you shoot somebody with it, they're like, "What? Nothing happened." Like an anime, they're like,
Right.
nothing happened, and just like destroyed. I highly recommend it, and if you want to get into it, there's a movie on Gantz Zero. Okay.
Wait, what's it on?
And it's on Netflix. It's called
It's on-
Gantz Zero.
Okay.
And it's like a small chapter of the entire manga, and it's awesome. I think you guys should watch that, and if not, read it. But check out Gantz Zero if you haven't. But hold on, I'll show you guys what like the suit.
All right. I'm
He's
interested.
got Gantz merchandise on the ready.
I have the manga.
We actually just finished watching the Cyberpunk anime on Netflix, so we're looking for something new to watch. So maybe we'll check that out.
See,
There's a
that's what the
Cyberpunk
suit looks
anime.
like, basically.
Huh? Okay.
And I'll show you what Gantz looks like. See, like this is what the alien looks like. You see like that ball?
Right. Yeah.
That's Gantz. And then you see like the alien. Like that's a weird looking fucking thing, right? You know what I mean?
It reminds me of there was a show on MTV in the 90s called Oddities, and there was a show about a dude with a head kind of like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It might have just been called The Head.
Yeah, I know that.
You know how I love the fact that, like, you know, Crumb is reacting the same way I react to mediocre video games and movies.
What do you mean?
He's like, bro, look, you got the book out, you're looking fucking, you're showing this, you're like, this is the ball. Check the ball out. I'm like, I've never seen you so excited.
I'm not really like describing it, but like I'll just show you this like one other part real quick.
I've never seen Crumb so excited and just into this.
Yeah, this is what it looks like if you get shot with a gun. Because they shot this guy on accident. See that?
Yeah, it's destroyed. Nice.
It's just destroyed. But there's an overarching story, and
Okay.
so at the end, if you survive, you get graded and you get points. So if you get a 100, be released from the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so that's how they keep you.
So you,
It's like I bet
in the
his
game.
first score was like fucking shitty.
you also can't leave because like when you like they put a bomb is in your brain. So if you leave outside the fighting zone, you just die instantaneously.
Okay, see, I was wondering. I'm like, are they on Earth? They're
Sounds
in some
like-
kind of fighting zone.
Sounds
So
like
a lot of people leave. They're like, "Fuck this." So he's like, "Ah, my head." This guy's like, "Ah," head blows up.
it
he,
sounds
left
like
the range.
Running Man. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude's head
But
explodes
yeah,
because he tried to
it's
leave.
really cool. And
Oh,
like,
where it's like all of those kids that are walking on the street, I think it is, and they have to keep going. That's what I'm thinking about.
That doesn't sound familiar.
yeah. And here's like what the suits look like. So when you're wearing the suit, you have increased like strength and durability.
Okay.
To a certain point, they can break. But so for 100 points, you can get released from the game. You can resurrect somebody who died in the game, or you can get an upgraded like piece of tech. So there's like full mech suits that these motherfuckers wear,
Yeah.
and also giant like kaiju sized like robots, like something you would fight Godzilla in.
So what would be the incentive to not leave but get a mech suit instead?
Because some people enjoy it. I mean, there's a lot like.
Is there any
you are,
food?
like-
Is there any like what are the pleasures? Or are you just continuously in war?
I mean, you're like super powerful wearing this suit. You can like lift fucking 500 pounds, no problem.
But yeah, but
Bro.
my whole thing is your life only war, or is there fucking? Is there
No,
eating? Is there
there is
anything
no-
where you
there is-
enjoy yourself?
There's no fucking, but you destroy these fucking aliens. But also some of them, obviously, some of these people don't make it because there'll be anyone who died. So like there'll be an old lady, there's a dog, you know what I mean? It just makes a copy of it. It's really crazy. It's really good. You guys should check out that movie, Gantz
Okay.
Zero.
Okay.
It's really that movie is fucking sick.
I'm
You'll
down.
see.
But
I promise
I
you.
just wouldn't understand if you had like it's like you can either get a giant mech and keep doing it, or you can go home. It's like, do I ever get to sleep? I want to go home.
But yeah, there is like some of these people, like when they first come into the apartment, yeah, they are fucking pieces of shit. I mean, there would be like dead Yakuza, dead scumbags, old lady, you know, anything you could think of. Even
Bruh,
one of the main characters.
Every manga has a Yakuza member in it, bro.
Well, let's just put it this way. They don't make it too long. Show you one more page here. You see how he's like scanning in there? You see like that's how you get like teleported. You like
Oh, yeah.
reassemble.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. It's really cool. I think you guys will like it. And also there is waifus in it.
There's boobas.
There's like one of the
amazing.
yeah, it's cool. One of the actual people who are in the game later is like a pop star named Reika, and she's super hot, and everyone obviously lusts after her.
How does she
IRL
die in real life for her to be teleported?
yeah. She got in a car accident.
That's boring.
Also, if you survive, your clone can live at the same time as your clone. It's like one of the characters killed themselves, but she got taken to the hospital and survived. So yeah, she can never go home, basically. One of the characters. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's really,
Okay.
really fucking good. And
Are-
Oh, because
it's
she's not a real person. She's like a
Yeah.
clone.
she's not real.
So aside
It's
from
great.
the movie, are they adapting that into like an episodic
There is a
release?
show from the 90s. It's an old.
Oh, I didn't realize it was older.
It's older. So there is a show in the 90s, but they were making the show at the same as it was coming out. So at a certain point they surpassed the manga. So it's not that great.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it started to
decent.
suck. It did the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah. So it's decent. It's decent for like a fun watch, but it's not that great.
Is it an anime or is it live action?
I'm sure there is a live action version. I'm sure it's really popular.
But the '90s show is anime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gantz. Let's see. Is there a Gantz live action? There must.
Yeah, there very well
And
could
if so,
be.
I'm going to watch it. Gantz is fucking awesome.
I just realized
I put it up there. It's really good.
I remembered it recently because we went through the Death Note,
Mm-hmm.
and I totally forgot there was like, aside from the Netflix live action movie, there's another one that was made from it that's actually supposed to be pretty good.
Who played the demon in the Netflix live action again?
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. he's
What a
such
waste!
good
What a
actor.
wasted opportunity. 'Cause they westernized it and they made it updated for modern audiences.
Yeah.
The
Could-
second they say updated for modern audiences, it's the death of a series
The
immediately.
second it's westernized is already just like
They
terrible.
could have made it good. If they
It
gave a shit.
could have been good. Was not. I mean, probably. I haven't
Yeah, I don't think they
watched
should have
it. to be
westernized it. I don't know.
Well,
Well, if they didn't, then it wouldn't be very diverse now, would it? Because there's no black people in Japan. So
There are, I believe, there are black people in Japan. Maybe.
yeah, what
I
peppered
found
in there? One in
Tyrone.
a
say
100.
hi. You could wave at Tyrone across the whole fucking country. He just you can just see it. Oh shit! I see Tyrone. What he doing? Man? He's straight like this.
oh, Marco, you're a treasure.
Everybody loves me.
So,
You know,
all right.
You know what the best part of my streams are is when people come in and take things that I say here and come into my stream and say, "Hey, remember when you said this?" And I'm like, "Whoa, I don't know what you're listening to. Who said that? But that's wild." And it's probably me.
Mm. All right, D. What do you got going on over there?
All right. Let's see. I lost my shit. Here we go. So I figured we'd cover some, just talk about some gaming news. And there's also something else that's not gaming related that I'm going to bring up that I thought was interesting.
Ooh.
But no, apparently recently there was on Microsoft's website, they put up, let me find it here, a message saying that the Xbox 360 marketplace was going to be closing in May. It says, "We will be closing the Xbox 360 marketplace over the next year, so we encourage you to purchase any 360 games or DLC by May 2023. But then they apparently took it down and said it was posted by accident, which is interesting. Just this whole thing with Nintendo closing their eShops for like the Wii U pretty soon, and then the PS3 storefront scare that I think was last year, but then they took that back, and that's everything's still available on there. So it's just these marketplaces are going to be shutting down, and I think it's kind of sad because the Xbox 360 was like the first console where you could download games, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like they had the whole Xbox Live Arcade. You had Braid on there and Limbo and all these other games. Fucking Uno. Yeah, I played Uno.
Damn.
So, I don't know. They took it back and they said, no, it's not closing now. But they did recently take down a bunch of games from that marketplace. So who knows what they're going to do. But like you can no
You think
longer...
that's 'cause they're not making money?
I doubt they're making much money, but just it's still a big deal because there's still people playing on the 360, I'm sure,
But
Maybe
I wonder how much money it costs to just leave it up, like leave the
Millions.
marketplace up.
probably quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know honestly, but there's servers you have to maintain and all that nonsense. I will probably still get on my 360 and check out the store just to see if there's anything I want to get before it goes down. That's what I did with the PS3 last year.
Is is there really any point though, D? I mean, you can probably find these online or remade or remat. Like, what kind of game? Like, what could you possibly want?
Well,
You
right
know?
now I don't know. I just want to go check. Like, I
Right.
know there's on the PS3, like, and I'm not saying they're great games, but I like House of the Dead. So like, there's House of the
Mhm.
Dead, like 3 and 4 or 4 and 5 or something on the marketplace that I bought last year. So now I can play those at home. Um, we actually tried to play one of those at an arcade last year, but the fucking guns didn't work. So,
Damn.
um, but yeah, I got
What
the
about
motion,
Metal
I
Gear
got the
Solid
motion
4?
controller and stuff. So, I don't know. Like, there's, I don't honestly for the 360 store. I'm not sure what there would be on there that I want to get at this point because I think I got everything I wanted, but I just want to check. But like, you can no longer buy some Assassin's Creed titles on there. There's Blue Dragon, which is an RPG from the creator of Final Fantasy, I believe. Castle Crashers, fucking cloning Clyde. Uh, Dark Souls, Darksiders 2, Defense Grid, I don't know, Far Cry 2. You can get most of these games on other platforms at this point, so it's no big deal. But you know, um,
Was Metal Gear Solid 4 only PlayStation, or was that
yeah,
Xbox?
that's one that you can't play anywhere else other than PS3 unless you're like emulating it. So I don't know how well it emulates, to be honest. I think the PS3 emulator is pretty spotty, still.
Mm.
But yeah, they haven't released it for anything else. It's not backwards compatible on PS4 or 5. Yeah, that's a shame because that's a great game. Luckily, I have a couple PS3s still, so if I want to play it, I can. But
Jealous.
so yeah, we'll see. So, do you guys care about the Nintendo Direct that happened at all?
I was hoping Final Fantasy 6 remaster
Oh, the
announcement,
6.
but
Mm.
that didn't happen yet.
Isn't I thought that was out?
No, but they
No.
did make a tweet saying that the team is very busy. That's one of
Okay.
my favorite games, Final Fantasy Tactics. So I'm really excited
Oh,
for that.
Tactics. I thought you said 6. Okay.
Yeah, Tactics.
Yeah, Tactics would be great. That would be
What an
great.
amazing god tier game.
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Final
Tactics
Fantasy
or Tactics
Tactics, really?
Advance?
Tactics, better story, more serious. Tactics Advance is for kids.
Oh my god.
Judges are
man.
annoying.
Tactics Advanced is for kids.
Tactics Advance is on the Nintendo DS, whereas
No, it's on the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance, sorry, GBA.
Yeah.
Whereas Final Fantasy Tactics Original Edition 1 and then ported over to PSP.
Yeah.
You can get
War-
Cloud in the game.
War of the Lion, I think it's called, right? Or War of the Lions.
Yeah, War of the
Why was-
Lion is
why-
an
What is
updated.
the story of Tactics?
The story, it's like literally like a Game of Thrones style story. It's
Yeah.
really fucking intense, and I can't really describe it. It's too long and too complicated. Basically, it's a war between countries, also politics, and there's these stones like after the Zodiac that can grant people power.
Right.
It's a really heavy story and it's really intense, and the game is amazing.
Is it like fully voice acted, or do you got to
No.
read a ton of shit?
You got to read a ton of shit. It came out in
Fuck outta here,
1997.
bro. I don't got time for your fucking novels and when I'm
No, but
playing
you
a
got
video
6
game.
hours to learn potion. You got to go to potion class
Look,
today.
look, at least I don't gotta fucking read that shit. All right, do you know? I was
Oh,
getting
that
annoyed
kid
with
you.
these assholes when they were talking for too much. I couldn't
Meanwhile,
imagine having to
He's
sit there
doing a
and read.
6-hour intro to Hogwarts Legacy where he just
Bruh.
walks around Hogwarts.
How
These
much do
paintings
I
are
have
playing
to read to
instruments.
get through that intro? I gotta read 2 words: Hogwarts Legacy. Begin, bitch. And then I think.
Hey,
Press
we
the
like
button,
what we
begin
like,
first.
all right? Marco, yeah, you would hate Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics. You would
Oh yeah, it's
absolutely
great.
despise
It's got
it.
an amazing class system.
I'll be like, man, I haven't
I
gotten
can't
past
wait.
the first mission, and I'm 19 hours in the game.
I
Yeah.
hope they go for the 2.5D look, like Octopath Traveler.
Yes.
I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that's what they do
I
for it.
bet
I don't
they
want it to be
will.
3D.
No, not
It's gonna
3D.
be awesome.
I bet it'll be like Octopath. Yeah.
I hope so.
Which, speaking of, is out or is out soon. Octopath 2, I
Mhm.
think. So
Are you gonna play it?
I'm going to play it. I need to finish the first one first.
Mhm.
God.
Should I play it?
Should you play it?
I've never played Octopath Traveler. Should I play
Oh.
the first one?
I was about 20 hours in. I really enjoyed it. I like, it's pretty.
I heard that mixed reviews about the combat. That's why I'm like,
Really, I liked the combat. I think it was good. It was. Have you ever played like Bravely Default?
Mm-hmm.
The combat is very similar to that.
Now that game's amazing.
You kind of stack
That's
up.
a chef's kiss game.
You kind of stack up your attacks.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly how it works, but yeah, you can also like each character can interact with NPCs in a different way. So you get a character at one point that oh my god, I can't remember. Can he read people's minds? I don't know. Depending on who you have interact with NPCs, different things can happen. It's just really interesting. I liked Octopath. I don't know that it's. I don't know that the story is fantastic. You know, each character you kind of has their own little story, so they kind of converge at one point. But no, I enjoyed it. I think you should check it out.
You should check out Chained Echoes, Dave.
Yeah, I want to. I heard that was pretty good.
It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
I don't know. Hopefully I'll get to it. But I have so many fucking games I want to play. I actually made a list of games that I want to finish this year. I don't know.
Maybe you should, instead of playing the Xbox 360 games, you should play some of your backlog.
I'm not playing 360 games, all right? I just want to get stuff before I won't be able to get it anymore.
Yeah, you give it 10 years, the entire Xbox game store will be on fucking line to download anyway.
Yeah, maybe. So, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I have a list of maybe 10 games I want to definitely finish this year.
Tell us them. All 10.
Okay, so I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles for the past 2 years on my Switch. I will pick it up and play it.
Jeez.
I'll play the shit out of it for a couple days, and then I'll put it down for a few months, and I'll pick it back up.
That's a long game.
It is a long-ass game, and I haven't yet picked it up after a few months and been confused as far as what I'm doing. It's easy to pop in and out of. So I'm hoping to finish that. I want to finish Odin Sphere.
Okay, that's a fucking classic.
That game is amazing.
I've never even heard of that one.
I don't think you'd like it. Maybe I don't know. You might. Side-scrolly fantasy. I don't know. I can't recommend it to you, Marco.
I don't mind side scrollers. I don't like top down.
Right.
Or
you never played a top down game, so what do you know?
I played a top down game before.
You didn't even know what Diablo was, bro.
Why would I play Diablo though? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I think you'd like it. Anyway, back to my list. Breath of the Wild. Finally, I want to play through that entire game before the next one comes out. I want to finish Undermine, which is a game I started on Game Pass. It left Game Pass, and I bought it on Steam when I got my Steam Deck, and I'm playing it on there.
That's the strategy RPG sewer game, right?
No, Undermine is the roguelike game I was streaming.
Right. The game you were playing the other day. I thought you were talking. This game out, but it takes place like in an underground civilization. I thought that's what you were talking about.
No,
my bad.
Undermine's fantastic though. Nicole and I are playing through Final Fantasy Royal. We're about 40 hours in at this point, so we'll finish that sometime this year. God of War Ragnarok, fucking Spider-Man. I've been playing Immortals Phoenix Rising, which it's not a great game, but it's fun. It's
literally was gonna ask you that because I was like, I heard bad things.
Just flush that one,
Marco. I think you would like it, to be honest. It's open world. It's the whole Ubisoft open world style game, but it's cartoony and it tries to be funny and it's really not. It's like, it's okay. It's just, it's pretty and fun. I like the combat. I can't recommend it to anybody, but Marco, you might like it.
I can't recommend it to anybody.
I can't. It's fine. Like, it's fine. It's just, it scratches some itch with me. I don't know what it is. But I'm not gonna rave about it.
Like that's usually the same thing I do to people when I'm like ordering something like really, really that like at a restaurant that's like really fancy, and I'm like, ooh, you wouldn't want to eat that. You know what? Just get the burger and fries. Yeah. You'll love it. Okay, I'll have the foie gras. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't. Yeah. It's like you're not sophisticated enough. You know what? I'm playing Diablo 3.
You're getting Diablo 3.
I'm gonna do Diablo 3 now.
Okay,
guys.
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, you probably like it. I want to finish Grapple Dog. If y'all haven't heard of that, it's a cartoony platformer 2D game that's cute and fun. I like it. It's really solid. Yeah, I don't think it got enough attention when it released. I think it was last year or the year before. should have got more attention. It should have, because it's really good. And I want to finish Hades this year. I have this thing with roguelites. I don't finish them. I kind of, like Undermine. I just get frustrated and stop. But I like these 2 games. Undermine and Hades, good roguelites. I want to finish them. Returnal, we'll see. So that's my list so far. But yeah. Now, as far as the Nintendo Direct, we got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp is finally actually announced for April. So that's cool. I have them on my Steam Deck already. I don't know if I want to purchase them for my Switch. I know they're going to be...
I'd buy it on PC, if anything.
I would probably do that and just play it on my Switch or on my Steam Deck. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the Switch is sort of gearing down. Like, a lot of the stuff that they announced was kind of remasters, like the Bat and Kite. Am I saying it right? Bat and Katos?
Yeah.
Those remasters are coming out. I feel like they're gearing the system down, aside from like Pikmin 4 and Zelda. Like, I feel like after Zelda releases fairly soon, they're going to announce the next Switch. They have to. The fucking system is old as shit right now. So come on, Nintendo.
I think it's a travesty that they're making the game $70 on fucking Switch.
Yeah, that's
disgusting to me. Just because it's not next gen.
Yes, exactly.
Fucking Pokemon doesn't even fucking work, bro. How is this game gonna run?
Well, all right. They didn't have enough development time on Pokemon, and
it just seems like, I don't know, man. I gotta be honest. I thought Breath of the Wild was kind of mid. I prefer the older style, like the N64 or even the Super Nintendo games over it. I didn't like the degrading items. I really found that to be annoying and not fun. And I also just liked doing the like traditional style dungeons. They did have that, but it just wasn't feeling the same to me. So honestly, I never finished the game, and I don't think I'm gonna buy the new one.
Well, $70. Who wants to? It'll come out for the next Switch, guaranteed. It'll look better, run better.
You know what I will do? I will download it illegally and play it in 4K on my PC.
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
The day of Switch games comes out, they're available for download online. Isn't that fucking crazy?
I'm sure they are. Jeez.
In 4K, 60 frames.
Right.
I don't understand how they fucking get away with it. They can't keep getting away.
Metroid Prime Remastered is out. I'm excited to play that. I will end up getting that.
That's fairly priced at $40.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's not bad. And
it's fairly pricey at $40.
Yeah, I think that's fairly priced. It's so funny, like
it's fairly pricey.
They did no. They did the port of that other Zelda game, Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
that's $60, but it's just like not a graphical upgrade. And then this comes out and it's $40.
Right.
Good old Nintendo pricing. It's just like whatever.
It's irritating.
This costs this.
Yeah, Prime looks great. They did a lot. They did a lot with the graphical updates they made to it. I don't know how much from the ground up they did, or if they added to the existing game. I don't understand how it all works, but the lighting looks different. The textures look different. It looks really nice. I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, for that, sure.
So, and
I'll probably wait a little bit, but or download it illegally. But yeah, it looks good.
I was actually streaming it on my PC a couple years ago.
The new Zelda or
no, Metroid Prime. Yeah, I replayed it. Enjoyed it. It was still fun. So
yeah,
I'll play it again. I'll play it a third or fourth time. But all right, moving on. Something interesting I saw. You guys know who Bill Watterson is?
No.
Calvin and Hobbes. You guys ever read Calvin and Hobbes?
Sure. Hell
He's been in retirement for a minute, and he's releasing something new. It's an illustrated storybook called The Mysteries. And let me just send you guys a screenshot.
It's adult themed, right?
It's
like an adult book.
Yeah,
Share the screen.
Let me just I'll put this in Discord so you guys can see. Let's see. And I'll try to put something up on the
edit.
So the viewers can see what I'm talking about. Or just fucking Google it. Go Google it, everybody. Go Google it. Yeah, the artwork looks really
crazy.
dark and disturbing.
He drew that, huh?
Apparently.
That's much different than his Calvin and Hobbes style drawing.
It's very different. So yeah, it's releasing in October. It's called The Mysteries, and as far as this is the publisher provided synopsis for the book, and I'm getting all this info off Kotaku. It says, in a fable for grown-ups by cartoonist Bill Watterson, a long-ago kingdom is afflicted with unexplainable calamities. Hoping to end the torment, the king dispatches his knights to discover the source of the mysterious events. Years later, a single battered knight returns. So, I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Interesting.
I'm intrigued. I like disturbing, weird stuff, so...
Years later, a single battered knight. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's why you're gonna love that Gantz movie.
We'll check it out. Like I said, what's up?
Go ahead, D. Sorry.
We just finished the Cyberpunk anime, so we've been looking for something else to watch.
Yeah,
and
it's only 90 minutes, I think, this movie.
Okay,
but
we'll
yeah,
check
it's
it
really
out.
good. I watched this movie called The Sadness. Have you guys heard of that?
The Sadness?
It's a Korean film.
Yeah. Is that
supposed to be? It's a super disturbing. You know what? You guys ever heard of Crossed?
Yes, based off of Cross. You mother.
No.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit fucking comic. But anyway, the movie sucked. It was mid.
Okay, I'm done. I am done with you sitting here just shitting all over the things.
Let me just explain one real thing about Cross. In the first issue, a baby gets thrown and splattered all over a windshield, and then later, zombies jerk off onto bullets to infect people.
Oh, that's just disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Maybe Cross isn't the hill I want to die on.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, they're not zombies. Okay, they're not zombies. All right, what they are, it's so there's an infection that it basically makes a rash in the form of a cross on your face, and what it does is it sort of makes you like go crazy, but not really crazy. It makes you kill and rape people who are crossed and aren't crossed. But usually they go for people who aren't crossed. If there are none, then they start killing cross people too. Anyway, it's fucked up. It's Garth. It's the same dude who did The Boys. All right, the same guy who did The Boys. He did this.
Okay.
And the thing about The Boys, so the reason why The Boys comic book is not as good as the TV show, and the reason why people hate Crossed is because Garth Ennis needs an editor that can reel his ass in. It's like, all right, Garth, splattering babies over windshields, jerking off on the bullets. He needs an editor to reel in his shit, right? And that's what you get when you have the Voice TV show. You have Garth Ennis being reeled in, okay? And that's what you get. You get fire shit, right? But if you just let him go ham, then what you have is Crossed, and what you have is fucking the Boys comics. Now the Sadness, that's the one, if I believe correctly, because I remember I watched, it was the one that was based off of Cross, is the reason why I watched it. That's the one with the dude on the subway who was creeping out on the chick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm not gonna be what happened?
It's not good. I didn't like the movie. I thought it was fucking...
God damn it.
They showed all the good parts in the trailer, like all the goriest bits they show in the trailer, which I hated to begin with. But yeah, it's not really worth a watch. Give it a 3 out of 10, to be honest.
Wait, the Sadness, or did you?
I was like, I'd give it like a 7.
You're talking about the Sadness?
Yeah, the Sadness.
Oh, okay.
Crossed is a 0 out of 10. Don't read it. It's stupid.
Okay, so you're not recommending the Sadness.
No, again, that's not a hill I want to die on, though. Like, I was literally I took off my headphones to defend Cross, and then I'm like, wait, the jerking off on the bullets. I remember now. Never mind.
Well, yeah, so if you get any spittle on you, or if you get fucking jizz on you from one of these things, you will turn into a Cross, basically. The world just gets destroyed. Any kind of fluids or anything. So that's why they come on the bullets. So
how does it end? Did you finish
ends with the world is taken over by Cross. That's it.
No, but like
That's how it
all the
ends.
main characters die, right?
There is no main characters. It's kind of like short stories. The whole comic is like anthology style of different characters from different
Okay.
parts of the world. There's no main character. There is an intelligent crossed, but yeah, that's like
Yeah,
later.
he's
It's
the
fucking
one that
stupid.
came up with the ideas of jerking off onto the bullets.
No, no, that was way earlier. But yeah, it doesn't matter. The comic is stupid. Zero.
Hmm.
Fucking hack. It's just the edgiest shit he could possibly think of. Yeah, just it's not good. There's tons of rape and killing in it. The crossed fuck each other. They'll fuck anything.
Yeah,
And in the movie, it's the same thing. This guy fucks in a fucking eye socket.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that was on a Serbian film too. So I mean, that was also a pretty terrible.
Oh, I've
But
heard
yeah,
of that. Yeah.
it's fucking dumb.
Have you heard
No.
of Sallow?
I think so, but I'm
No.
not gonna watch it. It sounds stupid.
No, Sallow is rough.
If you brought it up after we just talked about Cross, I'm
Yeah,
not watching
after we just brought up Crossed in a Serbian film, I'm like, you heard of Sallow? Yeah, no, it's rough.
All right. Well, speaking of stupid movies, Marco, did you have a couple you want to talk about?
Okay, no. Let's reverse. Let's rewind that transition.
it. We all watch the movies. This is
Speaking
what was our plan
of-
for last time.
Amazingly edited movies, some including Jake Long. Didn't fucking see that shit coming. But yeah, we have two movies that we're going over today. And I would like to use the summarizing skills of
Is that
my
his name, Jake
beautifully
Long?
bearded voiced captain of this ship, Shred. Yes, summarize. I need you to summarize in your way.
It's not Jake Long. What is his name?
Who the fuck
Justin
is Jake
Long.
Long? bro?
Justin Long.
Jake Long is the American Dragon.
Justin Long, the guy from fucking Mac vs. PC.
Oh my god. All right, so basically what we originally had planned was for the whole podcast was to do a head-to-head, Herbal's head-to-head between two semi-current movies
Mhm.
that were coming out in the, movie space. The two being Barbarian, but there should be like a nice picture of the chick from Barbarian right up there, and Smile. Right? So it's going to be like a head-to-head. There's going to be our graphics man, Shred, right there.
I don't know if
He's
I can
gonna be
animate
the,
them
He's gonna
fighting.
animate
I don't know if I'm that good.
Together.
Yeah, right over us explaining it. Anyway, we're gonna see. We're each gonna pick one that we liked more and why. But first, I guess I will do a brief synopsis of
Yes,
each
please.
movie.
Go ahead, sir.
Smile. Let's start with that one. Smile is about a therapist who, is she a therapist, psychiatrist? She's a doctor
Yeah.
who is overworked and underpaid, like most doctors. But she runs into this entity, and it seems to be an entity that infects a person, and when it does, it sort of haunts them by showing them a smiling person, and it could be anybody, right? It could be your family member, it could be just a random person that you've never even seen before. But eventually the hallucinations grow more and more real until they're basically no longer hallucinations, and the smile monster kills you. That's like I don't want to go too spoiler heavy.
I say let's spoil. If we're gonna talk about the movies, let's spoil them.
The best part of that fucking Smile is when she accidentally gives the dead cat to the kid.
Oh yeah.
Did you
That
know
was
I
the
saw
only
that
good part of the
coming?
fucking movie. Sucks. I hated Smile. I think it fucking sucked.
How did you not like? Have you seen, first of all, I saw Smile in theaters. Okay, it was probably one of the
Yeah, me too.
last movie I saw in
Double
theaters.
oof.
I thought that the atmosphere in theaters was awesome. All right, I thought with the setting up the scares, I thought it was really, really atmospheric, and it was really fun. I thought the creature was creepy. I thought the advertising was just that's just not having anything to do with the movie itself. But they had an advertising campaign where they just had random people that would just show up smiling and shit. I thought that was also pretty fun, especially if you had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
So like my main thing, like my favorite part of the movie probably was let me see.
The credits.
My favorite scare was the head falling down. Remember when the chick when she goes back out to her car after her sister
Oh,
tells her to
yeah,
leave,
yeah.
basically, and then she walks up, and what you think is the sister is walking up. It's like the smile monster because the head drops down and it's like smiling.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, that was a good one." I saw that was one of the scares I saw in a commercial, and it still got me in the theater.
In the trailer, yeah.
I saw a lot of stuff coming. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did see like the part with the cat when she starts searching for the cat. When she's like, "Do you know where Mittens is, man?" And then like she's at the party and like I'm like, "Oh shit, the cat's in the box."
Yeah.
I knew it instantly.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, cat's in the box." I knew it. Also the twist when she like was in her old home and like he made her think like the smile monster made her think that she went back to her ex-boyfriend's house, the cop. Like I saw that one coming too. I was like, "You've never left. Like you never left the old, like that was all a hallucination."
Right.
And like that was all a hallucination to keep her alive until the cop got there to, take the blunt of the curse. So I mean, so basically the story follows a psychiatrist who has a patient who kills herself in front of her, and that's sort of how the smile monster transfers, right? Which is through trauma. So if you see somebody die who is infected with the smile monster and you're traumatized by that death, then you in fact are infected with the smile monster, and you're going to start seeing people smiling around you. And she's sort of finding out, like the whole movie is her tracking down previous cases of people who have been smiled to death, and using her ex-boyfriend cop to sort of do it. Meanwhile, the smile monster and its fucking like hallucinations have been like ravishing her life to the point where like her fiance left her job fired her, and basically her plan was to go commit suicide, I think, in her in like her house, like one of her old houses where where her mom passed away. There was a whole subplot about her mom. And basically the smile monster fucking tricks her into waiting for her fucking boyfriend to show up. And right before the actual infected person kills themselves, there's one last scare where they get completely possessed by this creature before they actually, do the taking of the life. So it's not really them that's killing themselves. It's the smile monster inhabiting their body after, I guess, weakening them enough to take over. And what I liked, or I guess we'll talk about what I liked about it later. I guess, right? Now is the synopsis of Barbarian.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you take this one.
I think we should finish
enough.
talking. I think about put it the rest. Movie sucks.
Wait,
Let's just all
Barbarian?
hit it
You don't
real
like
quick.
Barbarian either?
We didn't. No, I like Barbarian. I'm talking about we should just finish Smile. We're not gonna go back to it.
No, we gotta go head to head, you assholes. What we like about each one, what we don't like about it, what did what better. This is a head to head, okay?
I didn't know this was gonna be a 20-minute segment, my guy.
All right, quick synopsis. Let's do quick synopsis of Barbarian. Lady goes to Detroit to what's the name? What's the term for the place she goes? Airbnb. She gets this house.
Yeah.
Shows up late at night. It's raining out. Somebody's already in there. They double booked. So after some awkward conversation, she decides to stay with this guy in this house, and yeah, eventually he kind of disappears, and she goes down to the basement and finds some secret doors and keeps going through hallways and other stairs, and then she finally works her way down. This is one of those moments in every horror movie, well, not every horror movie, but it's like, don't go fucking in there, don't go in there, but they always go in there. So she went all the way down and found the guy that was staying there. He was crawling up to her, just panicky, and then he ends up getting his head smashed against the wall by this strange monster down there. and then the movie does this fucking 180, and you're with Justin Long in his
Random.
convertible talking on a cell phone, and it's all sunshiny. You're like, what the hell is going on? This has nothing to do with anything that just happened. So it turns out he owns this property in Detroit. He's an actor, correct? And he gets
Yes.
he gets
Getting canceled.
He's getting canceled because he made some
He's a
advances.
Basically.
Oh, he did kind of.
Yeah, he is.
He was a little rapey. Yeah.
No, not a little. At first you think it's like, oh, at first you only hear his side of it, and then you realize what type of person that he is.
Yeah, he's awful, and so I liked the fact that they made him awful and unlikable. Then you're like okay with him dying, but there's a scene where he gets to his house in Detroit because he owns the B&B. He's in there like trying to figure out how he's gonna make money. Like, I can sell the house here, and he starts like measuring the rooms to see how much space he has, and finds this secret area down in the basement, right, where there's this bed, and there's like a bucket on the floor, right? And he's like measuring that. He's like, I didn't know this was here. It's all this square footage, this house is gonna make him some money, and he finds the stairs going down to the dungeon, and he's like all excited, like measuring those, not once stopping to be like, wait, this is fucked up. He's just concerned with like, how much he can sell this house for.
Is an unfinished garage.
Yeah.
Does that count in the square footage of the property?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see him down there with a measure. He's like, and actually, in some cases, you can. So he's down there with a measuring tape, literally in the tunnel where the dude got killed. Actually, measuring shit.
He works his way down and finds the lady, that was staying there, and there's this whole thing where the monster down there is basically this person that was raised by this serial killer guy.
It's like a super strong inbred rape monster.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And it's a naked old lady, which is always extra scary.
Naked, large old lady who makes people breastfeed from her. It's fucked up. It's a really messed up premise. The movie is goofy, and it knows it, and it's also there's some scares, there's some creepiness, but there's also some campiness and some goofiness going on. Overall, like it's
a fun movie.
It's a fun ass movie.
It
Yeah.
is.
So
it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Evil Dead in terms of the not taking itself seriously, right? Evil Dead 2, to be specific.
I mean, Kool-Aid smashes. She like Kool-Aid smashes through a wall at one point.
Does.
That
yeah.
was the most
Bruh, that was
part.
my favorite funny part of them, where he's like, man, I've been down here for 40 years and she ain't never been through here, and he just
Saw that coming, right? For sure.
Like, oh
shit. But everybody, spoilers, everybody dies at the end, right?
No,
the woman lives. The main character lives.
She does? Didn't Justin Long throw her off the fucking water tower?
No, remember the mutant monster jumps and saves her? She kills the monster, and she kills Justin Long. She lets the monster kill Justin Long.
Yeah, the best way
That's
possible.
right.
He digs out her fucking eyes.
That's right.
Basically, her story arc is throughout the entire movie, she's always she's always worrying about other people. She's putting other people before herself the whole time. So, like, for example, she's getting like pestered by her ex-boyfriend. She's like feeding into that, and then she lets what's that guy? The guy who's in the Airbnb. She like keeps going back for him. She keeps going back for him.
Yeah,
she goes back for Justin Long, and then finally at the end, she lives for herself. She frees herself from the cycle by letting him get killed and then killing the monster and walking away.
Because I mean, because like what you find out about the monster is it's not exactly evil per se. It just wants a baby because it's been getting fucked by its dad for years, and I guess the babies have been dying.
Who is also living in this dungeon.
Oh yeah, the dad is still alive. So
it's so gross.
So there's a whole patriarch to this whole rape dungeon thing. Before before Justin Long bought the property, and actually before that area, because it's in a part of Detroit that's like been I don't want to say burned down, but it's been pretty much like it's one of the parts of Detroit that have been like destroyed. It's like all the houses around it are like rubble, basically. Um, and it's sort of just one house standing, and to the point that like that's really the reason why she stayed in the Airbnb was because the guy's like, there's nowhere else for you to go. She called hotels, they were all booked up, and she's like, I'll sleep in my car, and he's like, in this neighborhood. And you don't see it till the next morning, but it's literally just like it's one of those places where that's the only actual house in the area.
Yeah.
But before it was destroyed, the man living there would kidnap different people, and he would keep them in like a makeshift dungeon until he was done with them, in which case he would kill them. He found one woman, or actually little girl, who he did not want to kill, but instead, or he did kill her, I think, after the daughter was old enough. But like he found one person who he impregnated, and then after the daughter became old enough for him to start, I guess using the daughter, and he sort of just kind of stayed underneath the ground, and then he would come up at night and steal shit, but it's like stay underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Because remember the black guy would say, she comes up at night foraging, which is the only way she could like live if you really think about it. Also, those tunnels went underneath every house too. So it was like throughout the entire like neighborhood. I don't know if they had access to every house. I don't think there was like a secret door, but like the tunnel was like underneath the whole neighborhood. So like
It's very extensive.
He took that entire time building out this like underground bunker. And eventually when Justin Long gets there, he's like, we got to get the cops, man, because he doesn't know that the guy down there is like the ringleader of it all. And he shoots himself. And then just as long as that first tripping out as to why he shoots himself, but then he finds pictures and he finds a ton of evidence down there that basically shows that this dude is the ringleader of this whole basically hellscape.
Right.
Which, there were actually cases like Fritzl was a case where he had a whole like rape family hidden underneath in secret compartments in his house.
Yeah, that's
Joseph
crazy.
Fritzl.
I heard that on Mr. Ballin's podcast. I listened to. It's really fun.
Mr. Ballin is the shit.
Yeah, he's really good. That guy's the man.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I heard of Fritzl from another podcast called Last Podcast on the Left.
Yeah, I've listened to that one too.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. Shout out to Henry.
I like the Flicking Game guys myself, but
Oh man,
biased.
So
So
let's review these pieces of shit real quick.
there's that one dude though who doesn't like fucking
I
anything.
think Smiles sucks. Smiles is fucking dumb. The monster man. Fuck that fucking movie. It's so stupid. I
Why
hated
is
the
it
ending
so bad that it gets you angry though.
because I just think it's a cop out and it's stupid.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
I thought it was
Why would the
like,
monster win?
What other movie have you seen like that? Like what other movie have you seen?
It
The only one I
Follows.
think of is It Follows.
I
Okay?
wasn't scared at all, ever. And I mean, there was some nice moments, but I was just like, this movie is. It kind of bored me, to be honest. I thought it was not exciting.
it was fairly long, I think, wasn't it? Hour and 55 minutes.
It might have been 2 hours.
It was about 2 hours, yeah. So
I wanted the monster to lose after everything.
I knew it wasn't gonna lose. That was one of the things. There were two here was two things that I wanted to happen that I knew weren't gonna happen halfway through. I wanted an explanation for the monster, and I wanted the monster to lose. But halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, they're not gonna explain shit, and they're not there, and it's definitely gonna win and just continue on. Like I definitely knew that was gonna be, and I was right. But like it's one of those things where I was very disappointed that there was no even kind of like. I even like the explanation where like there's a weird Aztec god that does this. Like there was this movie that came out not too recently where there was like this weird fucking creepy creature with like a mouth that came out of like it was like a mouth that came out of this thing and it would bite your head off. And I was like, what the fuck is this thing? So after the movie was over, I looked up the movie and I looked up the monster, and it was this weird fucking Aztec monster. And it explained, there were a bunch of different little symbols as to why it was, this monster and shit like that. And I was like, oh wow, okay, that's explained. Nothing like that in Smile though. It's like there's no kind of anything to explain the creature. It's just like something this guy made up, which is fine, but throw me a bone, name it something, Instead, I'm just like, the smile creature, I don't.
Well, I prefer things. Fewer explanations, the better, as far as I'm concerned when it comes to horror movies. If it's something weird and disturbing, I don't really want to know much about it. I just want it to make me feel a certain way, and that's when I think there's a successful horror movie. So when you have that going on. But no, I liked Smile for the most part. I didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
I think I'm with Brian there. There's this scene where the lead lady is talking to. She has her own therapist, right? The slightly older lady.
I would. Oh yeah.
She's There's a scene where she's in her house and they're talking, and it's actually the Smile monster, and she just starts walking towards her and walks over the couch. I thought that was dumb. Not scary.
Oh no,
not
dude.
Scary.
Did you know it was the Smile monster though when she walked when the therapist walked in the house?
Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't know. I didn't like that part.
But it was the part where the phone where she answers the phone. Oh no, where it was the operator. Remember the online operator?
Yeah.
I thought that part was great, and it also foreshadowed the other thing where it was like you can't even trust technology. So it sort of foreshadows that, I think it sort of foreshadows the in a way it foreshadows the therapist a little bit, right?
Right. Well, I mean, I will say I like Smile. I may watch it again at some point, but there's just some things that didn't work for me, and I didn't care for the ending. So yeah, not as good as Barbarian overall, even though Smile is more of a serious horror movie. Barbarian is serious, but doesn't take itself seriously, and it's just a more fun experience. Smile's 2 hours, right? Barbarian, hour 42. I mean, it's a little bit less, but yeah, Smile seemed a bit overlong. There were parts where I was just kind of wanted things to keep, just come on, go forward, do something. But yeah, overall for me, Barbarian wins because it was just a fun movie, and I don't know that
it was really funny.
Yeah,
too. When he's measuring the square footage of the place, and he's ignoring all the signs of a fucking rape dungeon,
right?
And he's just like, "Oh hell yeah, this is sick."
I
was dying laughing.
It's this guy's an idiot.
Well, it's more like he's a piece of shit. More you get.
Oh yeah.
Well, and stupid.
My favorite part about that whole thing was that you're hearing his side of the story, and when you don't know anybody else and you're only hearing one side of the story, you tend to want to believe the guy who's telling you the story, right? So he's really fighting for his case about this whole Me Too situation, and he gets drunk and calls the girl. And throughout the drunk conversation, you realize that oh, he really did fucking do this shit because he's talking himself. He's talking his way. Basically, he's talking his way into jail, honestly. But he's basically explaining how everything went down.
Yeah. And
then you start to see, oh, he's really a piece of shit. He could have did that. And then it's okay, well, yeah, he's a piece of shit. But when his back's against the wall, and he needs to help his fellow man. Oh, he's gonna let that bitch drop. He just let her go.
Yeah, there's a moment at the end where you think his characters.
You want him to be good so many times, but he's just fuck you every time. You know what I mean? It's all right, hell yeah.
So. He's at one point he has a self-realization. He's like, wait, am I bad?
Yeah.
It's just yes, you fucking idiot. You're terrible. Yeah, he was great. He was great in the movie. He did a fantastic job.
And Bill Skarsgård as Keith, the guy that is at the Airbnb originally.
Yeah, he's the Skarsgård that nobody knows. There's the one that played it.
They know
the
him.
one that played in
He's it.
No,
he was the clown.
Pennywise. Yeah.
That wasn't Pennywise. Pennywise has the weirder head. He's the weirder head.
Him, with makeup on. Yeah, bro. That's Pennywise.
That's Bill Skarsgård.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Why would we make this up?
Bullshit. I'm pulling this up now. Bullshit. It's the weird Skarsgård. It wasn't Bill. Or it was Bill. Or it was the weird one.
It's Bill.
Oh, good God. Now, weird. Why? Because he's not in True Blood?
No. Just the head shape. I explained it to you.
Okay. All right. Look it up, man.
All right, well, it's okay to be wrong, Marco. So,
I will prove to you how.
no, I'm looking at it right here. Bill Skarsgård.
It's fucking Pennywise, too. What happened to his head? This is bullshit. This is not the same man who was.
You've been Mandela'd.
You're done.
Alternate universe.
Bullshit. The head is different shaped. It's like a bigger thing going on.
It used to be
It's
shaped
like,
differently.
Like somebody was banging a gray. Like, you know.
Anyway, Marco, which one wins for you, man?
Oof.
Go ahead. Say
Barbarian,
smile.
but still, like, come on. First of all, when we do this, there's gonna be a whole different format. All right, I'm gonna have an atmosphere. I'm gonna have categories to this shit. Okay.
There is
Like, you know
no
what?
dimension, there's no universe, parallel or real, in which I am going to allow you to pick two movies and I have to watch them and then we pick the best one. There is
They're
no
gonna be-
plane of
they're gonna be
existence where
current
that's ever
movies. I'm not
happening.
gonna. Oh my god, could I do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space and fucking
Tiny Terrors.
We may allow it again
Terror
at some
Tunes,
point,
baby.
but who knows?
No, we're gonna do
We'll
Terror
circle
Tunes.
back to it,
That's gonna
okay?
be a thing. It's gonna be like a birthday special for me.
Okay, once a year. Fine.
A
So
birthday special.
we're nearing the end of the episode here. I do want to bring up that we were talking in Discord, all of us, about the format and stuff, and Brian had an idea about doing a sort of book club, but for game. So we would pick a game, each of us play through it, and each episode of the podcast will be based around like the first 5 hours or so or whatever. So that's a possibility. We will announce it, of course. So if anybody,
We need feedback, y'all.
yeah, we need feedback. Let us know if that sounds fun. So I know there's a podcast I listen to that does that as sort of a side thing, and it's pretty popular. So Brian was not aware of that, so he's not copying off the idea.
And maybe we could make the games
But-
like, I don't know, on Game Pass or something, so that
So we don't
you
have to buy,
go out of your way to spend any money.
yeah, or maybe we
Yeah.
already own
Oh.
it. But
We could do some older games.
Yeah.
Something like that.
so
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun. So yeah, we'll check that out.
Reasonably accessible. We're not expecting you to drop like $70 every time we decide to,
Yeah.
start a new game.
So all right, shall we wrap it up, guys?
Let's wrap it up.
We are at almost 2 hours now. This is our longest recording ever. Wow, we had a lot
Doesn't
to get
feel
out
like
today.
it, you know?
We had a lot to get out. So you can find me streaming with my girlfriend. Oh my god, my wife.
Wow.
That-
Wow,
it's
bruh.
it's podcast talk. I'm used to saying me and my girlfriend.
cut that.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, hold on a second. We didn't even bring up the other
We didn't
elephant in the
even-
room who's been smacking us with the trunk the entire time. Shred, our boy Shred, is no longer single.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't
And I mean
been
that in a legal sense.
yeah, legally married. Yes, as of January 1st. So
Yeah.
yeah, Mrs. Shred is in the house.
That is awesome, man.
So yeah. Although
Well, from the flicking game, guys, since I am second in command, shut up, Crumb. I am offering you a congratulations since you cannot congratulate yourself.
well, thank you.
So we here at your organization that you've started, congratulate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's going well. So, no, Nicole's an amazing lady. You can find us streaming on Twitch, me and my wife, at Shredface and Nero. We've been trying to go every other week, so we make our off weeks we'll be trying to work on other stuff we want to work on, or just if we need a break because work's been crazy for her mostly. Anyway, find us there. Check us out. Crum, where can we find you?
Crumnut _ Twitter, Twitch. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on Twitch anymore. I'm playing all types of shit. I'm going crazy.
It's just waiting
Going
on Street Fighter.
berserkers. Just waiting for Street Fighter and then and Diablo 4. We're just gonna on Street Fighter. I'm going back to 6 days.
Nice.
I'm going right into ranked. day one, blind. I'm gonna fucking crush kids. I'm gonna destroy them.
I'm ready.
Because on day one, that's when all the newbies play. So I always fucking right past them because I've played fucking 2,000 hours of Street Fighter, and I played 500 hours of Street Fighter 5. So I am ready to just shit on kids day one. We're getting all the achievements right away, 10 wins in a row, etc.,
Nice.
etc. Aiming for gold at least the first day, but we'll see. This game's a lot more accessible. There's modern control schemes, etc.
Yeah.
Not fucking with any of those, but yeah, come through in 4 months.
Dude.
Before that, we're chilling playing cities. I'm naming streets after we got fucking Schlong End and fucking Knobhead fucking street, all stupid shit. There's an Herbal Street and a Shred Road.
Nice.
Hey,
They're in there, but
I need
yeah,
nothing but cannabis clubs in like one house. That's mine.
come through. Yeah, it's pretty chill. We're chilling. That's it.
Marco, where you at, man?
Oh, I'm at Herbal Remedies, spelled with a YS. No underscore, nothing. We don't like grammar around here. I've been doing Hogwarts Legacy and I've been doing just chatting streams. Have you guys heard of I Am Skippy?
No.
Ooh.
Sounds horrible.
Well,
What is it?
I Am Skippy is like this, he's like the proverbial nice guy, like the ones that are like, oh, I deserve a woman. I don't know why I don't get a woman. I'm such a nice guy. But like he also in the same breath says like, yeah, but like I could take an ugly girl out. I just don't want to take an ugly girl. But in the same vein, he's like, why are these 10s not coming after me kind of deal. And we're watching a lot of Skippy. Shitting on him a little bit. But at first it was out of sympathy. At first we were watching him with a sympathetic eye, and then we were like, oh man, this guy's actually a piece of shit. It was a little bit of a reveal. It was kind of a twist that I didn't see coming, but that was fun. We do a lot of different stuff on the YouTube, and sometimes I'll even be playing a game, and you could just, if you have a random video that you want me to watch, I'll put it on while I'm playing the game. I don't know. Do a lot of fun stuff. So come on by. Get stoned too. Did I mention that or? Huh. I get very high.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
I hope somebody's watching this.
We're gonna start off
We're
strong.
Trumos.
Trumos, I hope you watch this. All
We're
right.
supposed to be right there, man.
You can also check us out on Spotify. We have some our legacy episodes up there, the older ones. Just look us up there. Flickin' Game Guys. I'm going to make an audio version of this as well and upload it there too. So
exciting.
The content will keep coming to that channel as well, or that platform, I should say. So, all right, so let's sign out. We will be back sooner than later. Are we going to try every other week, guys? I think we can do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can.
So, all right, cool. Join us next time where we'll be talking about stuff. It should be a good time.
Yeah. And things.
Myriad of stuff and things.
Yes. All right, till then, have a great week, everybody. Take care. Thank you for watching, listening, and being awesome. Until next time.
You guys like the salute?